So we're here with Casey James in one of the glamorous dressing rooms at the rehearsals for the tour. The obvious question is, how's the tour rehearsals coming along so far?
Very good. Yeah, it's a lot of fun. It's good. We get to do real music, so.
Yeah, you don't have to adhere to a theme, right?
Yeah, no themes and no. Biggest thing is you don't have to cut the song into a minute and a half. So it's good.
Can you give me any spoilers about what you'll be performing?
No, I don't want to do that. I don't want to ruin it for everybody. Because I know that
your fans want to know.
I know everybody keeps asking me, but I want to keep it, I want to keep it a secret.
Can you say if you'll be doing any of the songs that you did on the show?
I will definitely be doing some songs off the show because I know that a lot of people want to hear stuff that they heard, me play on the show. So, I mean, I've got the rest of my life and the rest of my career to play everything else. So, I want to give people what they're coming to see.
Jealous guy, please. Maybe? Poker face. I do actually want to ask you about Jealous Guy because that, I'll say it right here, that's my favorite performance of the entire season of all the contestants. And one of the things I liked about it was it seemed like when you were singing it with someone in mind or some theme in mind, it seemed like a personal song for you. Like you seemed very emotional during the performance. Can you tell me what was going through your head when you did that song?
I think it's important for you, I say you, a person that's singing, to relate to the song and to sing it as though you wrote it, And so I try to do that with every song, and sometimes it shines through more than others, I guess, But that's all I'll say.
There's no special someone out there.
Yeah, there was. There is. Was, whatever. Is.
Was it hard for you to sing? And obviously when you go into that personal space.
It is. It's sometimes like there's certain songs that I literally can't do without. I know it sounds ridiculous, but without crying, But that song in particular is just it goes there for me emotionally, and so I was really glad that I got to do it, And it came across well, I think.
It definitely did. So if you do it on tour, if you do it on tour, it's going to be hard.
But I'll tell you right now, I'm not doing that song on tour. Yeah, I'm sorry. But the reason is exactly what we just talked about. For me to go to that place every day in front of so many people, I just don't know. I don't know that I can do it that well and get to where I need to be every day to do that song. You know what I mean?
No, that actually makes sense.
The whole day when I performed that song, I was getting into that place, so that I could be there for that minute and a half. Because you just have to go from 0 to 100. So I wanted to be there, and it's going to be a little bit the same on the tour because we've only got a short set. If I could play all night long, then I would do it every night.
How many songs do you get? 4?
Yeah, I'm doing 4.
And you're doing a duet, I hear?
3. I'm doing 3 and a duet.
Is it the Michael Lynch duet? I'm not going to get any answers. I'm trying. I'm trying to be an investigative journalist. So another song I want to ask you about, because I think it was a genius move, is when you did Mrs. Robinson on movie night. I know that a lot of people gave you kind of, like a lot of jokes were made about Kara or whatever. But, be honest, did you sort of pick that with a sense of humor based on, stuff people talk about your fan base and stuff?
No, I thought that was really funny because I didn't at all. Like, there was a list of songs, and you're looking through and you're going, which songs do I like? That's my first question, always. And so I picked out the songs that I liked, and I picked out songs that, that I would want to do for the show that worked with what I wanted to do for that week. And I saw that one and I thought, this is great. And then I picked it, and I really didn't even think about all of the things that it hits on until it had to be at least a day or 2 later. And somebody said, so are you doing that because of, your fan base or because of Kara? And I was like, oh my gosh. Like, it all hit right then. I was like, number one, I've got a lot of, like the Cougars for Casey and stuff. And so, and then with Kara and all the stuff going on there, and I thought, oh my gosh, but I didn't think of it like when I picked the song. I just picked it because I loved it, which is the same reason I pick the song every week. They always ask me, why did you pick this song? I'm like, because I love it. Why else would I pick it,
Does it weird you out, that kind of fan base you have, or the sort of reputation you've developed as having that kind of fan?
No, not at all. I think it's nice. Anytime you have anyone that cares about what you're doing for any reason, I'm not, it's an honor and a privilege that people would, be your fan for whatever reason. So I like it. I think it's great. I've noticed that I have a really wide audience, like a really wide. I mean, I've met grandfathers and grandmothers that really love me, and little kids, 4-year-old girls and 5-year-old boys and teenagers and people my age and middle age. It's like all the way across the board. I've got people there that like what I'm doing, so that makes me feel really good because I think that's what music's about.
It seems like actually, although they really did paint it out to seem like you were, kind of the heartthrob of the show, which, I guess you were, but it seems like you'd have a kind of dude fan base because of the guitar thing and the blues thing, like, the sort of Bonnaroo jam band crowd. And
yeah, I would hope so. I wasn't like a heartthrob at home by any stretch of the imagination, there were guys that were, like, back at home, you go to one of their shows and it's packed with girls because the girls want to see this dude sing or whatever. And, that wasn't me whatsoever. So it was a different feeling for me to, like, for that to be going on during the show. I was just always kind of, I don't know, I guess honored by it. I mean, I think it's cool, but I never felt like that was necessarily my thing. I guess it can be, whatever.
It didn't bother you, like, because, it's TV, so they're always going to paint out, like, here's the rocker, here's the person with the hard luck story, whatever. And that was sort of what they painted out you to be right from the first audition, did that bother you? Did you feel like that sort of, like, was condescending, I guess is what I'm trying to say?
I never thought of it that way. Like, I didn't put my focus on any of that stuff at all. So it was neither here nor there for me, Had it had some sort of an impact on my situation, then I probably would have had a problem with it. But since it didn't, and if anything, it helped me out.
Yeah.
And I understand that. And so it never really bothered me. But like I said, it wasn't my focus whatsoever. Like, when those things were said, you just let it slide right through. And you go, okay, that's nice, thanks. Or whatever. But you don't think about it or really let it go into your head. Because then your focus is in the wrong place.
That's true. Speaking of your female fans, I need to know, who was the bow girl on the night, your final night on the show? There was this little girl that you sang to, and was she related to you, or was she just like a random girl in the crowd? I'm like, who's that girl?
No, I didn't pick up a random girl out of the crowd.
That's what people thought.
I know, that's my cousin's little girl.
Okay.
And that's, the night before I came out to Hollywood, that's who I stayed with. And so we had a great night with me and her name's Lindy. And her brother's name is Jaron, so we were like eating Jelly Bellies and guessing the flavors and, hanging out and playing games and stuff like that. That's my family, and they were there, and it just happened to work out, like, I didn't think about it. Obviously when you're in that position and you have to sing a song, it's like, boom, handing the mic, and I'm like, oh, I don't have my guitar, so I'm just kind of standing there. I'm like, wait, I don't have to stand here. I've got no guitar. I can walk around. So I started walking, and then I saw Lindy, and I was like, they can't tell me what to do now.
That's true.
I'm going to pick her up and, enjoy the moment. And I thought it was really nice that I could do that. And, and I didn't care what it looked like or if I looked stupid or goofy, which I thought I might afterwards. And when I thought about it afterwards, I was like, oh, but, I think it was okay and it came across okay. So
you did. You made her famous for a night on Twitter. Everyone's, who's the bow girl? She was called Bow Girl.
That's funny.
Yeah, because she had that big bow in her hair. All right, last question. There's been a lot of talk about what you're going to do after this. You probably aren't totally at liberty to say if you have record deals or whatever, but there's been talk that you've been seen in Nashville. Are you going to Nashville? Are you going to go that route, the country route?
I would love to, and the reason is that these days there's country music is like a big, wide open space for you to do what you want to do if you're within a certain realm, and I think that will allow me to do what I want to do if I go to Nashville. They're going to let me play the guitar, they're going to let me be, edgy and rocky and a little bit bluesy and, a little bit old school, a little bit new school, and my country roots, which is where I was born and raised, growing up listening to Merle Haggard and George Jones. All of that wrapped up into one big ball is who I am musically. And I'm not going to be able to do that anywhere else. Mm-hmm. So that's what I'm hoping for, and really cross my fingers and toes that they'll, work with me out there.
Cool. Well, good luck.
Thank you.
And I'm sorry you're not going to be... I understand why you're not going to do Jealous Sky on tour. I'm a little bummed, but I understand.
Yeah, I'm bummed as well, but like I said, if I had a whole set, and I've got the rest of my career, anybody that wants, it's not like this is it for me.
No.
I mean, regardless, I'm going to continue to play, and if anybody wants to hear Jealous Sky, just come to a show after the tour, and I promise you I'll play it.
Cool, sounds good. Thanks.